Hey guys, I'm Paul the Motor Guy. Now in this video, I'm gonna cover 3 defensive rider tips I use when I'm riding. So hang tight. Now if you're watching this video and you've already put your bike up for the winter months, you can still work on these tips while you're driving your vehicle. That way, when you get your bike out, you'll be ahead of the 8 ball. Now the first tip is vehicles turning left. Now, many riders know that vehicles turning left in front of bikes is a real problem. Now, during my career, I've been to many accidents involving a car that's turning left in front of a motorcycle. Now, when I talk to the driver of the vehicle, they normally say that they never saw the bike. And if I'm able to talk to the rider at the time, the rider usually tells me that he was looking right at me. So I think where we drop the ball as riders is that they're looking our direction, but we really don't know what they see. Now, how many of you played sports growing up like basketball? Now, you know a good defender is taught to look at the midsection of the body when they're playing defense. And that's because the body can't move unless the midsection moves. And you don't go for all the ball fakes. Now, I use a similar technique when it comes to this. I use the tires of the vehicle. Because the tires of the vehicle will tell me what that car is doing for that moment in time. And it takes the guesswork out of it. Because if the tire's moving, the car's moving. If the tire's not moving, then the car's not moving. So as I'm riding and approaching a vehicle that's supposed to turn left, I look at the tires of the car. And I look at the tires of the car all the way until I'm past that vehicle. So when I get to a certain point, I use my peripheral vision to see the tires. Now for me, there's different levels or indicators that the vehicle is putting off to me. So here's an example. So if I'm riding and approaching this vehicle and the vehicle tires are straight like in this photo, I do everything I just told you. Now covering your horn and rolling up the throttle, all that stuff is fine. You just want to make sure that you're ready in case this vehicle starts to move. Now, if I'm approaching the vehicle like in this next photo, where the tires are already turned to the left, to me, that's more of an aggressive posture. Now, what this indicates to me is that this driver is ready to go. So I'm a little bit more on edge. Now, I hate riding at night when I'm approaching a vehicle that's waiting to turn left. Because everything I just told you I can't use because it's dark. I can't see the driver at all because it's dark. I can't see the tires at all because it's dark. And I'm blinded by headlights. So in this situation, I'm totally defensive. So because of this, I'm way up here when it comes to this vehicle. Now, whatever you can do in this situation to get you through it, I'm good with it. It could be a little swerve, make sure you get the driver's attention. Now, a lot of people ask me about flashing the headlights. There's nothing wrong with flashing the headlights, but you have to be careful. Because if you've been driving for a little while like me, remember, flashing your headlights could be an indicator that you're telling the vehicle to go. So if you do it, just be ready for that. Now, the second tip is you want to take out as many negative variables out of the equation as possible while you're riding. So let me give you 3 examples. If I'm turning left at an intersection like this, I will always turn from the left turn lane only, then I work myself over if needed. Now, I've been to many accidents where someone would turn from the straight or left turn lane and the vehicle in the left turn lane only decided to go straight, T-boning that vehicle. So by me turning from the left turn lane only, I take out that negative variable of being T-boned. And all I have to worry about is being pinched in my turn, which is a lot easier to fix than being T-boned. Now, the second example is I never take an exit next to a vehicle that's going straight. Because how many times have you been next to a vehicle that's going straight and then all of a sudden he goes, shoot, that's my exit, and he shifts over to take that exit without any warning. So what I do is I'll either wait till that vehicle's past the exit before I take my exit, or I'll speed up in front of him and take my exit. That way he's behind me and I don't have to worry about him. Now, the third example is I never ride next to a vehicle that's taking an exit. Because how many times that vehicle started taking an exit and then changes his mind and gets back into lane of travel? So again, if I see a vehicle that's taking an exit, I'll either shoot up past him, that way he can take his exit and do whatever he's going to do, or I'll wait till he takes his exit before I pass him. Now, the next thing is that whenever I'm approaching an overpass, flyover, or walkway that crosses over the road I'm on, I look up and scan as I'm approaching. I started doing this several years ago because one day I was riding home when I noticed a bunch of busted underground pipes on the roadway. I looked up, and this is when I noticed there was an 18-wheeler stopped on the flyover. Now, due to the load not being properly secured, the load shifted and fell off the truck, landing on the roadway underneath it. Now, you'll be surprised at what's come off these flyovers. We've had cars come off flyovers. We had 18-wheelers come off of flyovers. We have also had accidents where vehicles have hit the concrete wall and chunks of concrete have fallen down on the cars underneath. Now, some of these defensive riding strategies you may do. Now, there may be some that you used to do, but then stopped doing over time. Or these could be new to you. Either way, I hope this video helps you be a safer rider. Now, these are just a few things out of many things that I do when I'm riding. Now, until next time, You got it. Practice, 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 and ride safe.